Hey guys, welcome back to another weather installation from your YouTube meteorologist Josh Patterson. And we're going to continue with this. Basically, I'm just kind of giving you my thoughts on the monsoon stuff. I've been kind of going into technicalities about like the Enso and how I feel it's affecting the monsoon, and just how things have just been really weird with Enso since 2015. But anyway, I'm not going to get too much into this. Here we are. We have the sea surface temperature outlook. It's just the CFS model version 2. And it was updated today. So let's see what it says. This is new to me. Now, I will tell you, and this actually angers me. I didn't even see this in the last one. Well, it doesn't. I don't know if it angers me, but if you look at where we are and look where my mouse is, that's where we're at. Dashed line starts the forecasted trend. Black solid line is where we've been. We have plateaued and nearly went in the up direction almost. And maybe that's just a dash. I don't know. But it seems like we've plateaued. Yeah, I think that's a plateau. That's not a dash because we're here. This is where we're at right now in time. We're like right about to be July. So what's happening? Like, are we really going to plateau and try to like stay warm? Now maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing because, we need that moisture from the warm Pacific. So if our Pacific temperatures don't go too cold, then maybe that's good, because that's why we're supposed to have a bad monsoon, because there won't be moisture to actually tap into. So we're at a weird junction here where it's like, is this good or bad? But basically this is just showing what's expected to happen. It's supposed to like take a sharp drop right here and go into La Nina territory, which is negative 0.5, I believe. If I'm wrong at that, someone let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's only from like just above it to just below positive. That's like the neutral section, which we've been in more or less now for like months. Well, not really. We hit it up here, but still. But yeah, and this is what it's supposed to do going into next fall / the winter, and then coming up in the spring. Now, I just don't know what to take it anymore. It's just everywhere. It's honestly just everywhere, but, it's looking like before the summer even ends, we're supposed to get into a La Nina, so we'll see how that goes. It probably means a really dry September, which every single September so far has been dry. Since 2015, sorry. I made it sound like since the beginning of time. Since 2015, more or less since 2016, we've had some pretty drab Septembers when it comes to monsoon. I'm almost in some kind of a want to just come out with a petition to say, hey, it no longer goes to September 30th. If it's lucky, it goes to September 5th. We should just stop it at August 30th. August 30th. I'm telling you, man. Just stop it at August 30th or something. But here we are. This is, what is this? Atmosphere anomalies over the North Pacific and North America during the last 60 days. That's basically just the atmosphere, essentially low pressure, high pressure. High pressure is where it's red. Low pressure is where it's blue. It's just showing you where things have generally have been over the past 60 days. So more or less, anomaly is not necessarily what's normal. It's kind of what's happened recently. And an analog is still historical, but you're using it to see what could happen in the future. So yeah, so let me clean that up. An anomaly isn't necessarily what's normal. It's just kind of what has been recently. So yeah, there we are. Here's the percentage of precipitation and temperature departure. So that's just change, What has it changed? It's not snowing in Yuma, It's not snowing in Death Valley right now. But this is as of 27th of June. That's when it ended. But basically, yeah, it's just change. And here, this is quite self-explanatory. Look at Arizona. What do you think that means? That it's been dry as anything. Okay. And that's as of June, ending June 27th. I think there's another set down here. Can I move? Yeah, let's go. There we are. And no surprise, we still have been pretty dry. I don't know why there's a lot of moisture in California. That is the weirdest thing, because it literally ends at the west border with California and Arizona, but that's just typical. And once again, kind of the same, but it's just change in temperature. It's not really what it is, it's just the change that's happened. Hence, like I said, it's not like it's -5 in Death Valley. Anyway, and here is as of, so this is July through September 2020. This was made on 18th of June. Now here's what really has some people thinking. There's an equal chance going on, where my cursor at? Right here. But there's all this dryness right here. And then you have a lot of heat. Now this could be good. This could be good in the long term, as we get long in the tooth in the dog days of summer into August. We may have an all right August if this pans out, because 2 reasons, or at least a few reasons. You got dryness up here. That means you ain't got no more low pressure going on like we have right now. This is where some of that rare June snow is. It's like up in here. Sorry. It's way north. It's more north. It's Idaho, Potato, Montana, all that. And there's a high pressure right here making everything dive lower like that. Now, this doesn't show that. This shows a low pressure, at least to some degree, up in here. Now, this is just, Alaska, so it shows it. Who knows what's really going on right here? But still, there's some kind of a moist environment right up here. So that Rex block should move. Nothing's going to go diving down like that. It's actually going to maybe finally just ride like this. You know what I mean? So maybe, just maybe in August. But until then, things ain't looking good. And I'm going to show you a few more things that may or may not show that. But that's my opinion. If that made sense at all. If it didn't, please be honest. Let me know what I just said about this. If that made sense, why I think that. I'm just assuming you know how monsoon works. A high pressure, essentially where that A is, maybe more to the right in the east. Yeah, well, actually a good bit to the right, more in Colorado. And then, yeah, so if that can stay there for the majority of this time frame, and that can be true for the majority of this time frame, then, yeah, I mean, I don't know what, we should be able to get some moisture drawn up in August. Anyway, basically, summary. Enso neutral conditions are present. Won't be going La Nina or strong neutral till autumn fall, if it does go La Nina. And yeah, and Enso alert system not active because there's no El Nino or there's no impending extremes going on. It's just neutral. You know what I mean? I assume there would be an alert going on for a La Nina. That's how it works. But anyway, let's move over here. I'm going to show you what I've been talking about though. When I talk about this low pressure system, let's just get right to it. See that right there though? All that snow. Yeah, it's just, so, and that's because there's this high pressure up here, if you can see where my cursor is, that's just been blocking things from going straight through. Rather, they got to take the detour. When you drive, you got to take a detour. Yeah, I had to do that, essentially, and come under it. I'm just hoping that goes away throughout the summer, and the storms can just stay way the heck up here, and our little high can just have a little party in August. But August is like our only saving grace, and usually it always fails in bad seasons. So, just to give you a little background. Now, here is what I'm thinking for the onset. And back to my first video, if you can remember by this point, I'm saying that I'm not feeling good. I'm skeptical, right? About the onset of the monsoon. Here we are today. Don't let that deceive you. We had 99 degrees today. It's been cool. It's been cool temperatures. And people like that here in Desert Southwest. I like it. I do. But it's still... And this is Bing. I don't know why I'm on Bing and why Bing keeps... I'm going to see if I can do something here. Okay. I think that's going to do it. And now I'm going to look up 10-day. Because I like the 10-day. Okay. So, abort. We're going to go back. Okay. So, and it is nighttime. Basically, we have it today. It was 99 degrees. I'll tell you what it was. It was 99 degrees today. Tomorrow's going to be 99 as well, even though it says 97. There's a 0% chance of rain. So that's the 30th. Ain't not a dang thing to speak about. Look at that humidity. Now the dew point is what really matters. It's probably about 38. Okay, 38 degrees dew point. Okay, and I can go over on a lesson with you about dew point if you guys want. Just not on these videos. I've been doing a lot of teaching, or at least semi-teaching anyway. But yeah, dew point is interesting. I'm gonna have to go and like look at my notes a little more. But it's basically dew point temperature is just the temperature the air would have to fall down to for it to basically the air to saturate. For that humidity percentage right there to go to 100 essentially. So it's the air temperature that would have to be to make that say 100%, which does not always mean rain. It just means the air is carrying all the water that it could possibly carry at the given temperature. But that varies in certain places and certain times of year. It's big technical. Anyway, so here you have July the 2nd. Hey, look at that! 18% humidity, up 2% from the day before, which would have been Wednesday. So we're on July the 2nd. And look at that, 3% chance of rain. Now, I'm of the belief that that won't be there. But here's the catch. Why I was trying to get to Google is because Google says there's a 10% chance of humidity and like a 21%. Sorry, wow. Google forecast, this is Bing forecast. I don't know why it's Bing. But Google forecast says, let me get my little cursor here, that there'll be a 10% chance of rain. Okay? If this was Google, that would say 10, and this would say 10% chance of precipitation, and this would say 21 on Google. Now, I don't believe that either. I'm just making a point that, you know, they say different things. But either way, it's a low percentage. But guess what happens? I bet you can guess what happens on Friday. Yeah. Now notice this did go up, so that means there was an influx of moisture coming in from like the south in Mexico or in Tucson or something. But that went down. And hey, lo and behold, I bet you guess what happened Saturday. Yep, you're right. Literally went down about, I can't do math right now, guys, about 7 degrees humidity and no rain. No rain. 2%, hey, that's better than 1%. That's better than nothing, but it ain't hardly anything in the desert. You need like 120% chance of rain for us. For us to get rain, it needs to say 120% chance. Let's be honest. People who live in Arizona, you know. Okay? 2% chance still. Now this is, if you watch my first videos, and especially my first one, I said that the models do show something trying to percolate in this area. But I doubt it. I really doubt it, because it just says 2%, and I've looked on Google. Here's the biggest thing. The Google forecast says there's not a dang chance of rain on these days. I think maybe Monday and Tuesday says 10%, but other than that, it is ghosted. Okay? Don't get me started. Look at that humidity. That's 13%. It's got to be a dew point of like 30. Now, the dew point is big, though. The dew point, let me tell you a little story, little background. Back when I was in 3rd grade, I was 9 years old. I was 8/9. Okay. In 2008 and basically 2007 and back. I was born in 99, so I don't have a lot of history to talk about here. But basically 2007 and back, the typical way you would tell if monsoon started, there was no start date. It was when you had 3 days of 55-degree dew points or higher. Remember what I said a dew point was? It means that's the temperature that it would have to, that the outside temperature, so that the dew point is the temperature that the outside temperature would have to fall to for the air to saturate. Meaning, if you've ever taken a shower and the bathroom gets really steamy, it's like hard to stand in there. Or if you live in the south and it's humid. Saturation, right? Fill with water, fully saturate. Doesn't mean you're gonna flood everywhere, right? It's like a bowl of water, of course not, right? But the air content saturated. And there's specific air heat temperatures that can hold specific amounts of water. Okay? Now here in Arizona, can you guess how big our air capacity for water to be held is? How big that how much it can hold? It can hold a lot. So that's why when it's 120 degrees outside, the air, or if it's, let's just say it's like 95 on April 21st. it's 98, 95 degrees outside. We can hold a lot of moisture. And until that bubble that holds the moisture, right? Our air can hold a lot of moisture. Until that bubble of air that holds the moisture is completely saturated, it's not going to rain. But here's the thing. That same space that holds water in our state, if you go to Georgia, if you go to Mississippi, all of a sudden there's a lot of moisture, like 90% humidity, on a sunny but day, I always thought that it took rain to get this humidity. Get my cursor here up. I always thought it here in Arizona. Oop, that's WebRoot. Here in Arizona, it seems like it has to rain for this to go up. It has to, but in Alabama, bro, you got 90% and there ain't a cloud in the sky. So what happens is you take the same bubble of air, right, that holds water content, saturation. You take that same bubble of air and you move it to Alabama with 90% humidity. All of a sudden, that air bubble is fully filled and it has more water still needed to fill it. And guess where that water goes? It falls to the ground. That's called rain. So that's the science about why, what dew point is. And how the air temperature controls whether it rains or not, or at least whether the air is saturated with moisture. So that's your dew point. That's in a nutshell, in an imperfect nutshell. That's what dew point is doing, and that's what humidity is showing. Essentially, it's saying, well, with this air temperature out on this day, the air bubble that holds moisture is 13% full. Good luck having rain, because you need to get to a temperature of probably about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're up here? Yeah, try me. But when we get to a 55 degree dew point, and like I said, 3 days of 55, you could get a good thunderstorm and maybe get down to about 58, 59, right? And that's going to rain, right? Now, it's a thunderstorm, so it already rained. But still, I'm just saying, you have to take about the air, the upper air. Here's the ground, right? Who knows what the air is doing up here? It might be all the way down to 52, and the dew point's at 55. So it's more than enough, right? It's going to rain up here, and eventually that's going to come down, down, down. So when it gets up to 60 degree dew point, yeah, we can get to 60. I know where the planes fly. I know where they go. It can get to 60 easily too. I know that can get to 60 degrees. So when you have a dew point of 70, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, we can get to 70 down here on the ground. I know they could get up here where the planes fly. So it's going to start raining easily and easily more and more as that dew point goes up, because you can reach that. Boom, 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 boom. And then, right, that's what the dew point is doing. That's why we hardly ever get rain here in Arizona, because these numbers suck. They suck. If you live in Alabama, this is like 90 all the time. My pencil is, right, my cursor. That's like 90%, like except for in January or like in freaking December on Christmas. Here we go for Tuesday the 7th. We got 2%. Wednesday, 2%. That humidity barely came up. I have no confidence, guys, in this onset. Now let's go to the Climate Prediction Center. Let's check something out real quick before I get too long in the tooth here. I love this. I love showing you guys this, guys. It makes me feel smart because I have insecurity issues. But I just love sharing what I know right now. Let's go to the 6 to 10 day outlook. What does it show for Arizona? Well, let's see. Right, this is Bing. I forgot it was going to look different. It shows that we're going to have, essentially, warmer than average. Crap. Precip, please. Precip. Gotta press this little button up here. Oh, look at that! In a 6 to 10 day outlook, what does it show? It shows dryness everywhere. Now, thankfully, it shows it up there in Colorado too, where we needed to be dry. But this is July 5th through the 9th. And I said the models said that. I showed you the models, or at least if you watch my past videos, the models do show on about July 5th through the 6th, through the 7th, there could be something. Well, not according to the 6 day to 10 day outlook. Not according to them. Not going to get away with that, right? So, I'm just saying, things are bleak, guys. Things are really bleak. If this was 2013, you know what this would show? It would show a green Granny Smith apple right over Arizona. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm demoralized with this, man. And I've got to show you a few more things before I get long in the tooth here. Here's the precipitation for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Look at the date. Look at the date. It was updated on 26th. That says it's valid 11th of July to the 24th of July. I bet you can guess what Arizona's not doing. You were right. It's not raining. Look where the B is. Where you see the letters are, that's when it's like really below. Look at that. Now, you don't got no low pressure's messing everything up, but it's just not going to be good. And look, oh, it's going to be hot. Oh, and we're already dealing with this. We've had like 4 gigantic fires, guys. I just don't see, like, Mother Nature just must not really care about us, because, and like I said, you know, Jesus Christ made nature, so it's a desert. I don't blame you, Lord. I'm having a conversation here. I don't blame God, but dang, it's just rough. You know, it's just rough living in Arizona. But hey, I'm alive, and I thank God for life. So that's what truly is precious, right? But what is it, 8 to 10 day? Basically the same thing the 6 to 10 days said. Now this is the Google version. I'm surprised. I'm actually kind of glad that I'm getting this. This is essentially the Google version. It just looks more colorful, you can tell. Okay, let's look at the storm prediction chart real quick. This is really going to show you that in the next few days, are there going to be any thunderstorms in Arizona? At all. Are there going to be? Are there going to be any? Right now, I know there's not. I mean, that's like a little tail end of a low pressure that shouldn't be there. But that's not thunderstorms. Not really. Okay? So, it changes all up on me, guys. Okay. So, right now, you can see this. It's like, and I'm going to have to go because I'm getting long in the tooth here, but there's no thunderstorms expected. This onset is not going to be good. I always look for the onset of the monsoon, guys. That's kind of what, you know, I aim for. Now, if I could find, guys, someone tell me why Bing has taken over our life. Sometimes I question these things. These things are weird. Sometimes things happen I just can't explain. But anyway, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. After all the pessimism I've shown, oh, here it is. So here's day 1 outlook. No thunderstorms in Arizona. Day 2 outlook. Hey, guess what? There's none. Day 3. Oh, there really isn't. Now, ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. That's my grease red. Now, I will admit to this. Look at this. Look at that. Ooh, there is a little bit of something on day 3 outlook, and that could only get bigger. It's possible. So, hey, I'll admit there's a little bit of optimism right there. Yay. What is it really going to do? I don't know. But you can tell that the atmospheric setup is really good because, or at least it's shown to be good because that's high pressure right here. There's no rain. Rather, that's the wrong way. High pressure right here. There's no rain, and it's bringing up moisture like that. And there's your thunderstorms. Whew. That high pressure is circling, bringing in moisture. So, who knows? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to end with this. I hope that I can get this. My license doesn't let me go longer than 20-some minutes. Listen, it is really hard to forecast monsoon thunderstorms. The monsoon season is not something you can say, hey, look, there's a front coming in. It's going to be here at 3 p.m. It's going to rain till 5, and it's going to be cold thereafter. And the temperatures won't recover till yada yada. That's not the monsoon season. The monsoon season is, we don't know when it's going to rain. June 14th comes, 2 a.m., bam, thunder wakes you up out of your bed. It's like, what? A thunderstorm, and then next week it's dry. And then some other day, all of a sudden you're walking down the street, all of a sudden you see some gray clouds in the east, but they're scattered, and all of a sudden like a dust storm hits you, and you're like, what the? And everything's orange. It's unpredictable. And then all of a sudden it's blue as heck after that, and like nothing ever happened. That's what we're dealing with here. So it's actually really hard to tell you that it's not going to rain or that it is. But I'm just a pessimist, like I said. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed these this three uploads I've done. This one being the last one. You'll see that once you watch this. But yeah, I really hope you guys learned some stuff. If you're interested in meteorology, just go at it like that. And yeah, any questions from me, put it down in comments, anything. And yeah, though I don't check comments, but hey, You know, maybe I'll see it. I don't know. Lord willing. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. I hope I can upload this, and bye, guys. Yeah.